too. So let's see. We have Hayden. Oh, Hayden, who's with you?
That's Kayla, my baby.
Kayla or Caleb?
Caleb.
Okay. It's hard to hear sometimes on here.
My baby brother.
And let's see. Hi, Caleb. And on the screen that says Laura, I see two people. What are your names?
Hi, she's Kayla.
I can't hear you guys very well. What is your names?
Naomi and Nathan.
Naomi and Nathan, thanks for joining us today.
What about
let's see.
Reginald?
There's one that says Reginald, but I don't think your name is Reginald, is it? What is your name?
Aiden Rob.
I don't think my name is Reginald.
No, I don't think your name is Reginald.
Whose name is Reginald, though?
My kitty, my black kitty.
Oh, that's awesome. What's your name?
Eleanor.
Your name's Eleanor. Welcome, Eleanor. I think I've seen you before at the library, haven't I?
Yeah.
I think so. And let's see, on the screen that says Sheena, what is your name?
Malena.
Malena and?
Malena and Madeline.
This is my little sister Madeline. Right now she's playing with her big giant stuffed Elmo.
I see that. That's a big stuffed Elmo too. Wow. And we
bigger.
have our librarians from Hiawatha Public Library. That's Miss Alicia. Everybody say hi, Miss Alicia.
Hi, so sorry I missed you last month, but I'm glad to be here today.
We're glad you're back too.
Yeah.
And we also have from the North Liberty Community Library, this is Miss Emily. Say hi to everybody.
Hello, friends. So happy to see you all.
Hi.
And in case you didn't know, I am Miss Erin and I work here at the Cedar Rapids Museum of Art. Hey, welcome back. For those of you who are joining us for the very first time, welcome. I have somebody new joining us right now too. Let's see. Do we have Miss Emily Kelly? Possibly more than one person.
Two cats.
Two cats. Yes. I love that, Miss Eleanor, I love that you named yours after your cat. That's fantastic.
And if your cat is close by, have your mommy grab your kitty and
we want to see him.
All right. No pressure. They can be
only if he wants to. Sometimes they don't want to. So if you don't already have stuff to do our art project today, but you want to do our art project, here's what you're going to need.
Miss Erin, before you give the supplies, can you give me permission to record?
Oh, yeah, I thought I did.
Nope. Or at least maybe you did. Come through.
Well, you officially have permission, and I am also recording, so hopefully one or the other will work this time.
Says that I don't have permission.
We love technical difficulty.
Yes, we
so
do.
Here's what you're going to need if you want to do the art project. We need colored paper. I have construction paper, but you can use whatever you got. And if yours isn't colorful, you know what? You can paint on it or scribble on it and make it colorful. Whatever you want to do. I'm using construction paper today. Last time for our piñatas, I had colorful tissue paper. I might use some of that too. I don't know yet. You're also going to need a pair of scissors, and I see several of you already have those handy. Look at your scissors. All of you are all set. You also are going to need some kind of glue. I have a glue stick today, but you could use regular glue. You could even use tape if you want. Something sticky so you can stick your pieces of paper together. Oh, we've got another person joining us.
Hey, Goose.
Let's see. We have, oh yay, we have another person joining us. That screen says Miss Laura. Is your name Laura?
It's just my kids coming up on a second one.
Ah, gotcha. Okay. That was a very cool audio effect too. There we go. Okay, so if everybody's ready, I'm going to start off by telling you about why we're doing this. So I was inspired to pick some famous artists for our Doodlebugs this fall because we have a bunch of famous artists in our new exhibition. It opened last month, but it's still kind of new. It's called 125. See, there's an exclamation point, so you got to yell it. 125. It's 125 masterworks from our collection. That means they're kind of masterpieces that came from our museum's collection. So there's a bunch of really cool artwork. There's so many pieces in this exhibition, you guys. Normally, we keep it all in 3 or 5 rooms in the museum. This takes up the whole museum because they're all, so many of them, some of them are so big, they don't even fit in the building. So if you've ever driven past the front of our building and seen those 2 big heads that are red and blue and polka dotty, those are part of that exhibition. Come by sometime, they're really cool. They look out at the park at Green Square, so you can't miss them, they're humongous. But one of the artists that is in this exhibition is a French dude named Henri Matisse. And he was kind of famous for starting a style of artwork called, get ready for this, it's French, you ready? Fauvism. It's kind of a weird word, right? He was known as a fauvist, which is just French for the wild beasts. I know, right? It sounds kind of weird. He was called that because his artwork was so different from what had been popular up until that point. He wasn't really concerned with making pictures look super realistic. He wanted them to be big and splashy and colorful, but maybe not super realistic. So I'll show you what his artwork looked like in a second. The book we're going to read today is this one. It's called Henri's Scissors, which you have today, and you're going to figure out what we're going to do with those scissors once we read the story. But if you want to see one of his most famous works of art, I have it folded up, so give me a second here. There we go. I printed out a big copy of it. You ready for this? I have to go way, way back. Do you see all those shapes and colors? Do they look like anything realistic? Not really, no. They're just kind of wiggly shapes, aren't they? And all different colors. This piece, it's in French. So it says Les bêtes de la mer, which means the beasts of the sea. Do they look like sea creatures? Maybe. You have to use your imagination. So the story we're going to read today talks a little bit about those wiggly shapes that he put in that piece and a bunch of other artwork that he created. So, Henri's Scissors by Jeanette Winter. You ready? Are you ready? Okay, good. Okay. In a small weaving town in France, a young boy named Henri-Émile Benoit Matisse watched his mother paint china dishes. He wanted to paint too. He drew pictures in the sand. He drew pictures in his school books. Ooh, don't do that. See that? Don't draw in other people's books. Your school books, library books, don't do that. You'll get in trouble. When Henri was a young man, he drew pictures in his law books and contracts, deeds, and wills. That's probably not where you're supposed to draw either. Henri was sick in bed with appendicitis one winter. His mother gave him a box of paints, and he painted until he was well. There's an up-close picture. Hopefully you can see it. The color is kind of weird. The lighting in here is weird. There you go. He kept on painting forgot about law, and left his small town to become an artist in Paris. That is, I think, supposed to be the Eiffel Tower. It looks like a tree. Henri painted pictures day after day and year after year. He's already painting ones that don't look super realistic. They look kind of like those wiggly cutout shapes, don't they? He was happy and his paintings made other people happy. But when Matisse was an old man, he fell ill. So ill, he couldn't paint. So ill, he couldn't sit up. And so ill, he could only lie in bed and sleep. His paintings floated by in his dreams. Here's some close-ups of some of his paintings that he's kind of known for. I like this one in particular because those ladies are really weird colors, aren't they? You can kind of tell they're people, but not much else. And then that's him in his bed, dreaming because he can't paint anymore. Matisse finally opened his eyes and they were filled with sadness. Now he must remain in bed or use a wheelchair. Would he ever have the energy to paint again? Looks kind of sad, doesn't he? When Matisse was strong enough to travel, he went to the seaside. The sea air might help him get well. Before long, he sat up, and a little while later, he drew. There he is drawing in bed. Can you tell what he's drawing? That looks like maybe an upside down tree. And that one kind of looks like he's starting to draw a face. Maybe. And he has a kitty cat. Does that look like Reginald? No? Then one day Matisse picked up a pair of scissors and cut out shapes from painted paper. He was drawing with scissors. A pair of scissors is a wonderful instrument, he says. Look at all those wiggly shapes. Do they kind of remind you of the artwork that I showed you earlier? This is a real shape. What is this shape? A heart. That's right. What about this one? What does that look like? Maybe a leaf. It's hard to tell. And then there's these things. I don't know what those are.
Hey, I see a dino's foot cut out.
Ooh, that does look like a dinosaur's foot up there.
It is.
For some reason, it's floating up in the air, like right next to the bird cage. Matisse cut paper all day. My pleasure in cutting things out grows even greater. Why didn't I think of it earlier? His assistants painted paper for him all day. So back when he was doing these art projects, they didn't have colored paper like we have today. He had to have people paint his paper colors for him first, and then he cut them out. So imagine how much longer it would take if you didn't have any construction paper to start off with. If you had to color all your paper first, then wait for it to dry, and then cut it out. It'd take a long time. It seems to me that I am in a second life, he says. Paper cutouts covered his walls. Look at this, you guys. So many cutouts. That one looks like it's full of dinosaur footprints again. One evening, Matisse lay in bed and drew the faces of his grandchildren on the ceiling with a piece of chalk tied to a long pole. As he fell asleep, they looked down on him and saw his dreams. You see what he's doing? There's him in bed. And that's him drawing on the ceiling with a piece of chalk stuck to a pole. That's a long pole. I don't think I have a stick that long. I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. They saw the shapes that surrounded him in his sleep. What does this white shape look like? What could that be?
A bird, a bird, a bird.
Oh, it could be a bird. I think you might be right.
A tree. I think a tree.
A tree? Oh, you know what? This up here looks a little bit like a leaf. And if it's hanging from above, it might be part of a tree. If you're standing underneath the tree. I don't know what this is, but it kind of looks like somebody looking at us. Doesn't it look a little bit like eyeballs?
A bird.
Maybe.
Maybe a bird.
What's that?
A bird.
A bird?
This
looks like a bird to me, but I don't know about this.
I can see a pony thing on it.
You know what it looked like to me at first? I thought it looked like a nose.
It's a flower.
Oh, it could be a flower. You're right. What about this pink shape?
It's a blue flower.
It could be a flower. We can't see the bottom of it, so it's hard to tell, but it looks a little bit like a heart. It could be a lot of things. And this big shape up here, I don't know about you, but it kind of reminds me of the sun.
Sun.
Maybe.
Maybe. Like dinosaur nose.
As time went on, Matisse cut bigger and bigger shapes. They filled his seaside room with color. Look how big those shapes are compared to him. They practically cover his whole body in bed. You see, as I'm obliged to remain often in bed, I have made a little garden all around me where I can walk. There are leaves. Do you see leaves? Fruits. Bird. Oh, we saw a bird on the last page, didn't we? I don't see fruits really, but maybe if we use our imagination. I am deeply contented, happy. Look how big those are compared to little Henri down in the corner. Whoa!
They're as big as a house.
They're huge. Then one night, Matisse walked out into his paper garden, and the rainbow of shapes cradled the old artist and carried him into the heavens. Are some of the stars we see at night coming to us from Henri's scissors? Perhaps. There's his bed down there. Teeny tiny bed. Big, big shapes. Even bigger stars. So, I thought we could use our scissors and draw with scissors like Henri did. Do you have your scissors handy? Everybody ready? Okay, so grab your colored papers. I have all sorts of papers that I've already started cutting things out of. I also have one blank page. I put it on a clipboard so I could hold it up for you guys. That way it doesn't flop over while I'm trying to show you what I'm doing. But what I'm gonna do today is stick all my colorful paper on this page so that you can see it. If you want to use orange paper for the background or green or purple or whatever color, you can use that. You get to pick what colors. And we're going to talk a little bit about the families in the colors in a second. If you want to do yours like Henri's Beasts of the Sea, do you see how he has two skinny lines from top to bottom? If you want to do it like that, and you don't have to, but if you do, you could take your blank page that's going to be the background and fold it in half the hot dog way. That's how we call it. That way you have two long skinny sections. Oh, there's Reginald. Hi, Reginald.
Yeah.
All right, so this is where you get to have fun. Once you have your background paper set aside, I'm just gonna put this one over here out of the way. Now you get to start cutting shapes out of your colored papers. They can be any shapes you want. They can be big shapes, they can be little shapes, they can be medium.
I'm using my green.
Nice. And you know what? You know what I'm gonna do? This is a little trick if you want to try this. I'm gonna put 2 pieces of paper on top of each other and cut them both out at the same time. So if I decide to go like this, now I have 2. I can cut them more if I want them smaller, if I want them wigglier, if I want them to be a little different, I can take them apart and cut them differently, but you can do more than 1 page at a time. It might save you some time. I think maybe I'll make this one
I need
wiggly.
I'm using green for my background.
Nice. You have green for your background. I have these 2 now. And if I want to, I can flip one of them over. So now they're not exactly the same. And I have these little pieces left over from when I cut those out. I'm going to use those too. I also have, there's all kinds of wiggly shapes in this one. I'm just going to cut them off and use this. It's nice and wiggly. I might use, ooh, I like this. Do you see this part right here? It looks a little bit like a dinosaur foot, just like Henri. I'm gonna use that. I think I'm gonna make a wiggly shape out of this guy. Does that look like a sea creature? So go ahead and keep cutting. And whenever you're ready, you can start gluing your sea creatures down to your background. But here's a little trick. Colors have families. So if you want cool colors together or warm colors together, you can keep them in their families when you glue them on your background. So cool colors are all kind of icy or watery colors. So what would be a cool color if it's icy or watery? Purple, that's right. How about, that sort of looks like a watery color, doesn't it? So blue and purple are cool colors. So is green. What about yellow? Does that look like a watery color?
A little.
I think it looks a little bit more like a fiery color, kind of like the sun. That's why yellow is one of the warm colors. What other colors are warm and fiery?
Fire.
What color is fire?
Red.
Red, that's definitely a fiery color. Do I have red paper? I do have red paper, yay! Okay, that's a warm color, just like yellow. What about
Orange, buddy?
Miss Eleanor? What color do you have?
Mountain.
Oh, I have one that looks like what color you have. You might have yellow, but this one is orange. Is that a fiery color or a watery color?
Fire. Watery.
Do you have orange water?
You're right, Nathan.
I think this might be a fiery color. Oh, and look at you guys. Everybody, like, let's see. Milena, are you holding up a pink one?
Red, orange, and yellow.
Pink, red, orange, and yellow. You got all the fiery colors. What if I have
I also have purple, blue, green, yellow.
Purple, green, and blue are all cool colors, aren't they? Because they're all watery
I have
colors.
all of them.
What about this color, you guys?
Black. I have that.
Is black a fiery color?
Cool.
Is it a watery color?
No.
I don't think it really fits into either one of those families, but I'm still going to use a little bit of black anyway. This one you can see was already being used. It has some holes in it. I'm going to make little skinny pieces of black cutouts because they are going to separate my cool colors from my warm colors. The black is what we call a neutral color. It's not warm and it's not cool. It's kind of in the middle. So it can kind of play referee. Did you ever notice that that's why referee shirts are black and white? Because white is another neutral color. That is why I picked white for the background of mine. I wanted it to just kind of sink into the background of my picture. How's everybody doing with their cutting?
Good.
I see some really good shapes. These are going to be interesting. Ooh, nice. Milena, what shape is that?
Squiggly shape.
This is a square.
Squiggly shape. That's perfect for this.
Uh-huh. And I got another purple squiggly shape.
Ooh, nice. How about, let's see.
It's
Miss
not really
Naomi. Miss Naomi, what kind of shapes are you cutting out?
Out a garden, and this is a pink bush.
A pink bush for your garden. That's awesome. I cut out this little guy. I don't know what he is, but it has the two little holes that were already in my page. It kind of looks maybe like a whale if you use your imagination.
Probably our fish. I used some of this paper before.
Good. This is a really good project if you have a bunch of scraps left over from a different art project, because all your scraps get turned into sea creatures. It's awesome.
Yeah, because see, I cut out something with this wiggly, and I can use it.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Wiggly.
All right. Has anybody started gluing yet?
Not me.
Whenever you're ready, you can start gluing. I have my glue stick ready. I'm going to start off with my cool colors, my watery colors. I'm not going to use a whole lot of glue. It doesn't take much to get these to stick. So I just put it in the middle of that piece. And I'm going to let it kind of flop around so that maybe it looks a little bit like a sea creature that's swimming in the ocean. See, it's kind of flippy. We'll see what happens. I have another cool color, so I'm going to stick that right next to the other cool color. I'm going to keep them in families. Could it overlap one of the other colored pieces? Would that be okay? Yeah, it totally could. If you don't want yours to touch, they don't have to, but they definitely can. I'm going to put a little glue down, just one little dot. Ooh, my glue stick is a little dried up. It's giving me glue boogers. Let's see. I think I'll do, I don't have any purple colored paper. You guys, I'm jealous of you guys that have purple.
I have
another skinny piece.
purple.
You should use lots of purple, so, because I can't. Use all the purple that I would have used if I could use it. Let's see. I'm going to start on my warm colors now. I have this orange piece that was just like that blue piece since I cut them out together. Should I do it just like the other one so that they look like mirror images? Or could I turn it? My friend Mary, she's an artist who has some artwork on display at the museum right now. When she's cutting out pieces and trying to figure out where to put them, she says that she's auditioning them for their parts, just like if they were going to be in a play. I always thought that was kind of cool. One little dot. I'm going to stick it right down here.
I'm gonna start gluing.
Do it! Yay, glue! We love to glue stuff.
Glue, glue, glue.
It's really messy and fun. That's kind of why I use my glue stick, because it's a little less messy. Sometimes it makes it easier to clean up afterwards if I don't use real glue. But sometimes I like the messy. Let's see. Do I want that? Do I want this? I think maybe, I'll flip it over. There we go. I like that. I have all these little bits too. I'm going to glue those on.
Where did you glue, Mom?
All right, buddy. I'm going to give you a new
Let's see. I have red. That's another warm color. I haven't done any red pieces yet.
your papers on here that you want to do.
Look, I got a pink square.
Oh, you have a pink square. That will be fun.
Miss Erin, I think your little creature that you made looks kind of like a tadpole.
Oh, it kind of does. I love that. See, I didn't even notice that. I'm glad you pointed it out.
I was using my imagination.
I love it. That's what we're here for.
Okay.
Let's see. Maybe like that. Yeah, that'll work. Now,
Look.
while I'm doing this, I'm going to add, let's see. I have two little black dots. I'm going to put them both on at the same time. So 2 glues and 2 dots. One on each side, because it's not warm and it's not cool. They can go on both sides.
You did it.
I also have this little kind of whale looking thing that I made. And you know what?
I thought that looked like a tadpole.
It does look like a tadpole. I don't know where to put it. Should I put it on the warm side or the cool side?
How about in the middle?
I love it. Maybe here?
Yeah.
All right.
It looks like
Should he be going up and down or straight across?
up and down.
Up and down, like that? I like it. I like the suggestions. Good ideas. Let's see here. I've got another really kind of lumpy piece of green. Let's see, do I want this way, this way? I think like this. You can't see it, but I have a flying glue booger that is almost as long as my page. It is impressive. Let's see. I have a little bit of blue. These little pieces. I'm going to stick this one here. It's starting to take shape. Does it look like sea beasts to you?
Yes.
Maybe. If we use our imaginations, definitely. Let's see here. I have more black pieces that I want to use. I'm going to put one of them right on top. It looks kind of like a moon. Ooh, there is a glue booger that goes all the way out here. Wow. My glue is performing magic tricks today, you guys.
Hey, look at this.
Ooh, oh, I love it. Ooh, you got all cool colors so far, don't ya?
Yeah.
Are you gonna put any warm ones on there, Hayden?
Do you think this is starting to turn into like a bunch of sea?
I do think it looks like a bunch of sea creatures. What do you think?
Because blue looks like a sea, right?
I totally do. I totally think it looks like that. You can keep adding more too if you want. You can give that sea creature some sea creature friends.
Well, you know what? You know what? I like glue this stingray is actually over another stingray.
Ooh, right on top of each other. Are they swimming past each other maybe?
Yeah, they're swimming fast.
I like it. I have a lot of blobby shapes in mine so far, so I'm going to add some pointy shapes. Maybe like a super weird starfish.
Maybe some triangles. They're pointy.
There's definitely some triangles in here for sure. How's that? It's kind of like a crown. Let's see, where do I put it? I can put it up here. I'm running out of space on my page, you guys.
Get a new one.
I could do a totally new one. I could have more than one of these. This
Right now,
sea creature crown that I made is awesome, but it doesn't fit. So I'm going to cut it in half. Then I'll have two.
This is supposed to be like a sea blob.
Ooh, I like that. The sea should have lots of blobs in it.
It's spiky. I'm going to put on eyes.
Ooh.
Fix this to the page.
Let's see. I think maybe I'll make myself a red blob too. I like that idea.
Thanks. It's actually kind of spiky. Ooh, that looks good.
Mine's going to be blobby.
Look what I made.
Ooh. Hayden, what is that?
They look like waves, right?
They do.
And I think I can tape it to the very top of my paper. So it's like the surface of it. Okay?
Okay.
They look like the surface.
That's what they said.
Well, moving, get ready to tape it on. I'm going to tape.
You can tape it on. You can glue it on. Whatever.
Because you know, I use tape so it can't be on the paper. It doesn't have to be on.
It can hang off the edges. Is it going to hang off the edges?
It's going to hang. Yeah, it's going to hang off.
Ooh, nice.
You guys could try that.
We could try that. Mine is starting to look like either a flame or a feather or maybe a leaf. But since it's red, I'm going to go
really cool, Miss
a flame. How about that?
Maybe it could be a rock that looks like fire.
It could be a rock that looks like fire. That would be a really cool rock.
Ooh, that looks cool.
Try one yourself, you guys. You can cut them out any shape you want. Let's see. I'm going to make that little flamey, feathery rock thing stick up off the bottom.
Look.
There we go.
This is so cool, Miss Erin.
I like this.
Wow, Hayden, look at yours. You had to tape it on the edge because it was so big. I love it. That's a good idea.
You brought the whole paper.
This is why you should always have tape around. I always call it emergency surgery. You never know when it might come in handy.
Look.
Ooh. That looks like your flamey kind of rock thing too.
Yeah.
Oh, perfect.
It looks also kind of like.
Oh, Miss Eleanor.
It also kind of looks like a poop emoji.
It does kind of look like a poop emoji. Miss Eleanor, look at yours. That is fabulous. I love that you use black for the background on yours. It's like nighttime under the sea. That's really cool. And look at all the extra glue you have on yours. You can keep gluing stuff on there to soak up that glue. Let's see. Oh, how about Miss Naomi? What do you got going on over there?
Nathan, you want to show?
Oh, Nathan, you want to show us yours? Look at that.
Yeah.
You put warm colors on top of cool colors and look how it makes them pop. That's cool. And warm. Uh-huh. Let's see. What happened to Caleb, Hayden? Did he take off?
To go play. You know what? I think I see some purple and
Man, you guys, I wish I had purple.
I just found this.
You're gonna have to make a purple sea creature for me, since I can't make any. I'd have to paint my page first.
Give it to you.
Open it.
Does anybody have any questions or want to show us anything else before we end for today?
I do.
Okay, Miss Eleanor. Oh, that's Miss Milena, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
Purple.
Oops.
Bye.
You made it. Is that the same one or a different one?
Same one.
Same one. Now it looks more like a poop emoji, doesn't it?
Caleb came back. Caleb came back.
Look.
There it is. Oh, look how awesome, you guys. Look at that.
Yeah.
Milena, that is beautiful.
I mixed up
Do you wanna hold
warm
yours up,
colors
Madeline?
and cold
Hold yours up.
colors.
Hold yours
Warm
up.
and cool together. I like it. Ooh, Miss Eleanor's showing off her artwork. Look, you added more pieces. You have more sea creatures on your picture. Fabulous. Uh-oh. One of your pieces slid off of there.
Hey, how do you like this?
That is a very long sea
Purple.
creature. It's like a
purple.
whale. I know it's purple. It's like a big whale. It's so big.
You know what? It's actually It's actually a bunch of purple. It's actually a big purple coral.
Oh, a purple coral. That's a very good idea. I don't think anybody's done coral yet, and that's definitely living in the sea. That's a good idea.
You guys can make coral.
Anybody can make
No.
coral if you want to.
It's
Now,
so
you guys,
long.
if you're not done with your pictures yet, go ahead and finish them. Even after we're done with class, you can keep working on them, and then take pictures of your final piece and share it with us on Facebook or on Twitter or on Instagram. Show us your pictures because we want to see what they look like when they're all done. You want to see mine? I don't know if it's done yet. I haven't decided. But see, so far, I think I like it. Warm colors over here, cool colors over here, and the neutral black color kind of floating around in the middle. Now, before we go, I want to make sure you guys come back next month. In November, it will be Tuesday, November 24th, and we're going to be talking about another famous artist named Picasso.
Yes.
You may have heard his name before. He actually had a lot of animals that lived in his house, and he really, really loved his pets. So if your pets want to come in next month and make a little cameo and say hello, that'd be kind of fun. Picasso would love that. And for our art project next month, we're going to play a game and do Picasso artwork with math. I know that sounds weird, but it's fun. It's a really fun game.
We do it, Mom.
Come on back next month. It'll be the 24th, and you can find it on our Facebook page. Miss Alicia and Miss Emily, thank you for joining us.
Hey, Miss Erin, I was
Yes.
thinking if you have visitors next month because it's near Thanksgiving, maybe
Yeah.
your cousins or whoever you're with can join in too.
Oh,
Wouldn't
yes.
that be fun? Okay.
For sure. And we're actually even going to do hopefully this works, a virtual family fun day, because we can't do family fun day in person anymore. But I'm going to post some videos online that you can do with your family at home. Some projects that we would have been able to do together, but you can do it with your family instead. So that might be fun to do around Thanksgiving weekend
How do you
too.
like this?
Super exciting.
That looks awesome. Hayden, it looks fabulous. But yeah, if you want to come visit the museum and check out all the artwork in our exhibition, and I hid that piece of paper from me that has the picture from the show, but come in and check out all the artwork in 125. There's an exclamation point. Remember, you got to shout. Come check it out. Just put your mask on. That's what I'm going to do when I leave my classroom today and go back into the museum.
Okay.
Put your mask on and come see us.
Thank you,
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you, Miss Erin.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Thanks for coming today.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Thank you. Oh, Mommy, were you